Hello, so we're back. Next, you have two choices of parallel session. One is Sergio Ferigo and Mauro Mantovanelli from FPZ in Italy. Leading is inspiring your people. The other parallel session is migrating to dedicated teams, and it's a story from the central government real estate agency in the Netherlands. And here on the main stage, I would like to welcome Veronika Gregorkova and Dana, I'm going to destroy your name. I'm really sorry. Janosikova, I think. Janosikova, maybe. Welcome.
Yeah.
You have the 30 minutes to talk to us about how proven approaches help ensure flexibility even in turbulent times such as this ones. I'll see you in half an hour. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your introduction, Roberto. At first, we would like to greet all the participants of this great event. We are happy that we can be a part of this and to represent our country, Slovakia, together with our speakers and to contribute also with our content. As a part of Lean Institute Slovakia, we cooperate with many interesting companies from various sectors, from manufacturing and non-manufacturing field within the Slovakia and abroad. And today I'm here with my colleague Veronika. And besides, she is really a lean enthusiast. She also has experience as a consultant, as well as a manager, and member of management in various companies and fields such as manufacturing, automotive, energy, or food sector. Veronika now will share with us her perspective on how lean principles can help companies to adapt to a changing environment today. If you will have some questions, you can write it in the Q&A section, please, and we will answer them at the end of the lecture. So, Veronika, stage is yours.
Thank you, Danka, for this nice introduction. Just to check, do you see my screen? Everything is fine?
Yes, I see it.
Great. So thank you everybody for coming, for joining. I hope that I will bring you something new, something old, something interesting. When I was thinking about the topic I will be talking about today, I was really trying to stick it to the main theme of the Lean Global Connection of this year. So developing adaptiveness in a changing world. In my not so short lean career, I understood that the companies see and understand the lean in various ways. And unfortunately, quite often in incorrect ways. And that's the reason why their lean journey used to fail after some times, because the enthusiasm and also the system or energy fell down. I will not talk today about lean as some methodology. I don't want to talk about lean connected to Henry Ford or some famous names, what you know, if you are studying the lean. I don't want to talk about some tools and methods, because we are used to talk about it so many times. But I want to talk about lean as some preparation of our team for any challenge, what is coming. I have visited, thanks to my business career and consulting approach, more than 100, 150 companies. And I was honestly studying what is so difficult for them if they were successful in their lean journey. And funny fact is that it was some kind of atmosphere there. It was something what you were able to feel in the air after the 1 hour of the visit, sometimes even after the visit of the manager of the company office, and you already understood what's going on. It was something there what convinced me that this company is not going well only today, but it's prepared for the future and prepared also for the challenges what can come. Imagine that the change will come, that the situation will fundamentally change. and you need to survive your factory, your company, your business, anything what you are driving. It can come some economical crisis. In Slovakia, we very well know the crisis with the energy prices rise up and how big impact it had for the product prices. And it took some advantage what we had. The customer behavior can change. We very well know that the preferences what our parents, grandparents had are completely different from the ones what our kids have now. The epidemic, this is a big school for us. As the wars before, the epidemic now showed us that we can change on our market, we can change on some parts of the business, but even the preferences of the whole world can change through the few days. Or, for example, it can come some competitor to our area. It can come one big company in a situation that we already have the problem with the skilled employees, and we are afraid because they can attract our employees and we will have the really big problem. You know, it's not to be a hero in ages when everything is fine. The hero is the one, as the Darwin theory is saying, not the one who is the most powerful, not the one who is most rich, let's say, will survive, but the one who is most adaptable for the changes, has the biggest chance. And now the question is coming. If this will happen, what I showed you, and you imagine that situation, what team would you love to have at that moment? Not like, I would love to have in that moment of the changes. I want to have the people who are not afraid of changes, who can work and approach systematically, who are able to define the priorities in this kind of situation. As the crisis, it's everything changing quick. They can make decisions based on the facts, not just the feelings. They can identify the key obstacles easily. And maybe most of all, they know that the problem has always some solution. It's important feeling for the people. So I would love to have this team at my hand in a situation that something will rapidly change. And in my short speech, I will try to show you some examples how I see 5 Lean principles connected to the creation of the mindset, to the creation of the team, what I'm just mentioning, and what I love to get. If we are talking about the value of your customer, this is important moment what is coming into our brain. We are changing the mindset from I think to customer wish. Every entrepreneur knows it on the first place, that no matter you think that your product, your idea is, if nobody wants to buy it, sorry, no business will be there. And it's strange why, when we are going down to the levels of the company, the people doesn't think in this manner. That they are still stick to the ideas, I think, and this customer wish is disappearing from the level of the top management to the level of the operators or workers and so on. We are shooting blindly. Current situation, and one example what came into my mind is digitalization. I'm sure that most of you knows this topic, Industry 4, digitalization. It's so fancy. Everybody want to do it. It was a long period that nobody could explain what does it mean, Industry 4, but everybody wanted to have it. So we know marketing is important, but what strategy do we have for digitalization? We have visited a lot of the companies who showed us perfect examples, real-time location system, IoT sensors, and so on, but they're not able to explain us why they're doing this and what this small thing contributes to the big picture and to the customer. Is this really what my customer wants? is this really what next operation wants? What my internal, external consumer wants? Do we really know what we pay from our wallet? We used to do this this mistake when organizing the summits. You know, as you see, me and Danko, we are women. We want to buy everything. So we want to have nice flowers. We want to have nice slides, nice pictures, everything nice. And after some years, we finally came to the principal one of the summit. What our customer wants. Is this really the need? Because we can pay for it. We can spend the money. We are women. We can buy everything. But is this really, from business point of view, the thing we must do? So this is what the principle one is showing and teaching our people. Not only the tools, what you see on the right hand, it's just some examples. And we can create by this the team able to define priorities. What about value for the customer? There are several examples. You can find them on internet. Sometimes it's gossip, sometimes it's true stories, but there are companies who failed by not understanding or not following the needs of the customers. We know the Nokia, poor dead Nokia, we all, almost all, at least in Slovakia, we had one Nokia. They were so sticked to the idea that the customers doesn't want to change. They want something what is robust. You know that you were not able even to kill Nokia when it fell down. But then Steve Jobs just come with the iPhone and the game completely changed. And Nokia was not following the principle number one, was not able to get into the train. The mapping of the value stream. The second principle, full of the waste with the words lead time, theory, calculation. For some factories, the nightmare. But what is teaching application of value stream map our people? We see how much we miss important details. Finally, and to be honest, sometimes first time the factory see the end-to-end view on the business. And what is one of the most important things, we learn common language. Usually in the companies, we see the example of our very, very past, you know, when there is a story about Babylon and the languages. And I guess that this story continues nowadays, because even if we know English or some word languages, Spanish, Chinese, and so on, we still do not understand each other. So this mapping is something like internal breaking silo of Babylon. And we are able to teach our team to approach systematically and do the decision based on the facts. Why so many factories, and you must know it for sure, are using these games. One of them, it's called Lego, but you can use whatever you want. It's the game what is showing end-to-end process, and you are involving the employees to this game. Why? Because it's really sometimes the first time that the people who are parts of the puzzle see how important is their work on the other people. And this aha moment really helps the factories in the very weak times. For this, I also remember when we were doing the various remap workshops in several factories. At the beginning, it was always some doubts, like, but you are coming here. There is not so much things to improve, because of course that we are doing value added things. And then we did a mapping, deep one. They look at a map, they were shocked, like how this is possible. How it's possible that this is really my lead time. This is really the percentage of the value added I have. And we said, yes, you finally opened the eyes, you had the aha moment, and you understood that there is a lot to still improve. No stream, no flow. Priority, we really need to choose by fact and data. We people, me too, you too, for sure. Somehow we lead to the we have the tendency to do the job, what we like, or what we think we are good in, or we understand it, instead of doing what is necessary to do. And then what is the result of that? You feel overloaded. I'm doing so many things. I will show you various remap, and you will see all of these red points with the troubles. And I just catch my head. Oh my gosh, so many things I need to do. I don't know when. And we go step by step. No, this principle is showing us the flow is as weak as its weakest point. That's the bottleneck reduction. Another aha moment for my employees. No matter what you do, if it has no impact on the big picture and the final result, it's nice to have. It's not the priority. And you are deciding about what you want, what you know, but not what we need. Where is our focus? And this is leading us to the team who is able to define the priorities or see the key obstacles, not the obstacles. Everybody see the obstacles. We are masters. People, we are masters of seeing obstacles everywhere where we come. But this principle is teaching us and our team to see the key obstacle. Some statistics, what you can find from different web pages shows us that around 80–90% of typical businesses are not adding value added to our customers. Even the best industry leaders declare that the 25% of their activities are value added. So when you come to the company who is, again, repeating, there is not so much to improve. It's almost impossible. The best company ever follows one rule. If the factory or company is not improving, growing, it's dying, as everything in the nature. And if you are growing, it means you are applying new processes, you are buying new buildings, you are getting more customers, you are entering to new markets. So even if you would be perfect, theoretically on 100% tomorrow, it's big potential that you will not be. So there's still place for improvement. And the supply chain is a clear example of this, and also the waste. And we know that nowadays, the priority for our clients, it's not only the price and quality. This age is very quick, very quick. We feel it every day when we come back from the work and we are tired. Yeah, it's definitely quick. The time is the big value added for the customer. So the lead time became a big game changer. And there is a lot of the examples when we failed with the lead time, when we were not focusing on the priorities, and when we didn't manage the bottleneck and the obstacles, it can cause and ruin the business rapidly. The pool, it's amazing why so many companies, even the advanced one, are not following the pool system. It's really something what is making me wonder why this is possible, why we are still producing on stock, why we still to continue in our setup that we are producing for someone somewhere, but not for someone who is asking it for us. So what is really our takt time? We are finally coming back to the principle number one. For who we are doing that? How much this person wants us? Can we really use our space or money better? Or we want to have that stock there because we love to see our stock somewhere in production? I have this aha moment when I was reading the book Lean Bakery. Maybe the old story, but this story and book is showing how the owner of the company was just before the decision to build and invest for the new building for extension of the production. It was very costly, and by the implementation of Lean and understanding of the real Lean, he didn't have to do that. He saved huge money, huge time, because he understood that, no, I don't have waste money for something if I am able to optimize what I have right now. And do we really understand the consequences of not effective stock management, for example. Are we really basing our decision on the facts? Some well-known brand or brands, they were facing the situation that they rapidly needed in a short time to decrease the stock. What was the consequences? Because they had a huge stock. They have this safety stock, as we call it every time. They had to sell their products, not only under the price, but under the discount price. And this is not only the lose of the money, but for some of the brands, this can be damaging or completely ruining the brand. And the last, but not the completely not so important principle is the pursuit perfection. We know there is a plenty of the tools from Kaizen, Easy PDCA, Six Sigma, DOE, and so what we can use for continuous improvement. But let's come back again. What using of these tools, what training of these tools, what doing the projects in this way is teaching our people. It's teaching them that somebody is listening and that learn to talk really pays off. There are companies who are not collecting the ideas and the employees are silent, they are not giving them. And you see this if you visit the company where the lean culture is established and the company where there is not lean culture. The people are more open for the ideas. And also it's teaching other people that we can win together. Me as a company, I can really get some saving. But me as an employee, I can get improvement. And imagine that when the crisis has come, what these employees were feeling. If you don't have this and you start to ask the employees for some improvements, let's do in panic, let's do something because the situation has changed, we are in crisis. The people will think like, aha, I am good for you only when you have a crisis. So if we have these people already prepared, it's much more easier to face the problems in the future. So the people are not afraid of new changes. And they know that the problem has solution. We know that the word no possible, this is the most famous common word at the beginning. There is also some example of the company where I'm currently working for. It's the Swiss manufacturer company. And the Kaizen system and the DMX system is established in this company for years. It's amazing to see how many ideas are coming every week from the people. And not talking about the stupidities that I need to have 2 Kaizen per year per head. No, this is not the way. I'm not for this. But we have strong system what is offering to people to manage, to gather, to process their ideas, and to also recognize themselves by these ideas. And it's every single week, the hundreds of good ideas coming from the employees. Again, there are existing a lot of the statistics that the engaged workforce can be connected directly with the profitability of the company. And that also the creativity on the workplace can really lead to happiness of the people and well-being there. So these 5 principles, I want you to see not maybe anymore as the tools and hard skills, but as something much more strong, something what is hidden if you don't say it out loud, but something what is much more powerful as we have. And to not feel so alone on this stage, I just ask few my, I can say already friends from the business to tell you their point of view on the lean and flexibility and impact on the people.
Tým, že lean je o použití zdravého sedliackého rozumu, a tom, že učíme sa vidieť veci, ktoré sme predtým nevideli, tak ľudia sa naučia pozerať a naučia sa hľadať riešenie namiesto toho, aby ukázali prstom na viníka. A to si myslím, že je ten zásadný rozdiel. Viete, kam ísť a čo použiť a ako to urobiť.
Veľmi dôležité, aby sme pochopili, že keď niečo sa zmení s tým zákazníkom a niečo sa zmení s tou hodnotou, čo zákazník chce dostať, tak my musíme zmeniť každodenný proces.
Pokiaľ sa Lean robí naozaj správne a tým pádom, že sa zameriava naozaj na ľudí, nie na nástroje, ale na tú kultúru a na ľudí ako celok, a teda na každého zamestnanca, tak má Lean obrovský vplyv na otvorenosť ľudí zmenám. Keď prišiel COVID, tak firmy, ktoré sú naozaj kultúrne Lean pokročilé, by som to povedal, tak naozaj i hneď začali hľadať nejaké možné riešenie.
Ja beriem, že on pomohol už tým ľuďom, alebo teda našim ľuďom vystúpiť z tej komfortnej zóny a začať sa zamýšľať nad vecami, nad ktorými sa možno že v histórii nebolo treba, pretože každý určite má svoje nejaké zaužívané spôsoby práce a my sme sa nemuseli začať učiť v ťažkých časoch. Ten Lean nám pomohol v tom myslení, že sme sa začali učiť v časoch, kedy ešte bolo dobre.
Som si to vtedy, keď prvýkrát sme mali pipeline projektov na ďalší rok, keďže teraz sme v období robenia budžetov, ktorý bol tak dobrý, že som do toho nemusel zasahovať a oni sami vedeli, kam ísť, ako ísť, akým spôsobom. To znamená, ten tým vyrástol, bol pripravený pozerať sa dopredu, namiesto toho, aby zase hľadal problémy, hľadali riešenia, hľadali spôsob, ako to urobiť.
Najdôležitejšie není náklady, ale oveľa dôležitejší, čo ľudí robia, akým spôsobom organizuje ich život.
No z môjho pohľadu Lean je z 80% o tých soft skilloch a o tej komunikácii, o tom change managemente, čiže o tom zvládaní zmien.
Pomáha byť flexibilný, pretože Lean odhaluje veci, ktoré sa dejú a ešte sa stanú. Tým, že Lean je...
Okay, so that's all from my side. And really maybe the last word for this, do the Lean when you think that you don't need it. Because trust me, if you will need it really, it will pay off. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Veronica, for your content. I check the Q&A section. There are no questions right now, but as you mentioned, right now you are working in the industrial performance manager in a food sector. And so you can tell us if there are any other connections or things which you would like to join with us in connection with this topic. You already mentioned some of them, but you can tell another one.
Maybe some idea what came into my mind is every time when you are talking about some topic where you were sure you understand, and by mapping or by using the data, it's proved that you don't understand. By various remapping, I was in situation that we draw the map, we showed it to the production based on the data, okay, based on some information, and they told us it's impossible. It couldn't work like that in reality. And we said, but that's the data. And that's the data, how it works, how it's planned. So we really understood that maybe some data are not incorrect, maybe we don't understand some connections, and we started to look at the problem from the both sides. The Six Sigma is also amazing example of that. Again, we think that the data is showing something to us, and then we use some tool. We look at the data from statistical point of view, and we have the proof. It's not. So that's really great. And the culture in this company, as I told you, it's amazing about the Lean implementation. It took a lot of the years. Of course, still we have the problems, but we can be proud
There
of
is
that.
one notice in question and answer from Joško Tomovčík, and he wrote that you underlined the most important areas of the Lean, Veronica. So I hope that the participants liked it.
Happy to hear it.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Veronica. Thank you, Dana. That was great. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for your time and sharing your experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Many greetings from Slovakia.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.